Hello, and thank you for stopping by yet another edition of the Massachusetts Beer Reviews channel of YouTube. My name is Thomas Metal 75, and this is your Massachusetts, well, not beer review today, as you can tell from our title, but a tequila, yes, tequila review. I think in 2024, I'm starting to get very interested in general in tequilas here, and I think I may want to do some tequila reviews and buy some different bottlings of tequilas from time to time to mix into the whiskey and bourbon game for spirits, as well as obviously this channel being a beer centric channel. That's not going to change. But here's a interesting bottling that I saw at a local liquor store. This is called the Volcan de Materia. It's their tequila reposado. And I apologize that you can't read this label here, but what it says is 100% agave tequila reposado produced hecto in Mexico, 40% ABV, and it says NOM 1523. And for those that don't know, that are coming new into tequila on my channel here, the NOM stands for Norma Official Mexicana Number, and that denotes that the bottle is an actual authentic tequila produced in Mexico, and it ties back to the distillery. And the distillery here, again, is Volcan de Mi Teria, and this is all they produce is just this line of spirits, this line of tequilas. And this is reposado, and that means in the tequila world that a reposado means rested in Spanish, and it's sat inside of a barrel for anywhere between 2 and 11 months. A Blanco tequila is unaged. Reposado was rested for 2 to 11 months. And then Yeho tequila means in Spanish old. That was aged for up to 3 years, between 1 and 3 years. And then you have extra añejo, which is extra old, and that's minimum of 3 years plus. And then mezcals are a whole different story. They don't use the 100%. They don't use the blue weber agave that you need to in order to call your tequila a tequila. And this one comes from the very popular Jalisco area of Mexico. This comes from the bottling. I won't read the whole bottle, but it says that this is coming from the Highlands and crafts a unique blend of tequila aged in both American and European oak barrels, releasing notes of fresh and dry fruits, nuts, and honey with an elegant floral finish. This is certified additive free by the fine folks of tequilamatchmaker.com. I will post a link below where you can see the tequilamatchmaker.com, which is basically like a Beer Advocate or an Untappd for tequilas. They certify products additive free because otherwise, this does say 100% agave. You must use blue weber agave in your tequila making venture. Up to 51% can be the blue weber agave to be called tequila. Otherwise, they can add sugars or other additives to make different flavor profiles the distilleries are looking for and not really give you the true agave drinking experience. So this one, again, this Volcan de Materia is coming from the highlands of Jalisco, should I say, and that's going to provide sweeter fruit or tequila notes. There's also the lowlands called Valley. Those agaves will help to produce earthier, spicier herbal notes, from what I understand. So we'll see if we get sweeter, fruitier tequila notes. And I'm going to use the patent pending East Coast Liquor Reviews 6 categories that equal up to 100% of the rating. Each category will be as follows, and it will be in the description below as well. The looks and aesthetics will get up to 10 points. The aroma, taste, a mouthfeel, and finish will get up to 20 points each. For a value of 10 points to round out your whole 100-point rating scale. And I'm actually noticing it just now inside of that bottle. This looks like that this was bottled on May 15th, 2021. All right. So I've never had a Reposado. This will be fun. Neck pour. I'm going to crack it open for the first time. All right. And this cost me $49.99 at a local liquor store. Wine-searcher.com has this bad boy at about where are we at? We're at a $64 price range with a couple of different stores listed on Tequila Matchmaker between $70 and $75. So I think I got a pretty smashing deal, if I do say so myself. Let me try to get the plastic off of the bottle. I just wanted to show you guys that this is a fresh crack. All right, here we go. Not much of a crack there. That looks like a synthetic cork. And it says Volcan de Tierra. You can't even see that. Apologies. And let's pour some into the glass, shall we? All right. There we go. Let's look at this in the glass. We got a Glencairn glass. And it's got a nice copper color. Now, they say on the Tequila Matchmaker website, they say that they're using French oak barrels, whiskey barrels, cognac barrels, and used barrels. So I don't know exactly where some of the barrels themselves, when they say whiskey, are coming from. It's a batched product, not a single barreling. I put a nice copper, light copper color to it. It does have some nice legs, even at 40%. Looking good. Let's get a nosing. So the entire appearance, let me go with that. The entire appearance and aesthetics, I think, is going to get, with the bottling's really cool. The bottling has the volcanic mountain from Jalisco area, from that region, right there on the bottom of the bottle. So that's really cool. And it's got a really nice color for being rested between that 2 and 11 months. So I think it looks pretty nice. The looks are going to get, let's give it an 8 out of 10. Let's go with Aroma. Ooh. So I'm getting that cooked agave note. I'm getting the cooked pineapple kind of notes to it. I'm getting sweeter, fruitier, citrusy notes. Not much of a tart and lime note, but there's a slight amount in there. There's a peppery note. I am getting a slight honeyed note from the barrels. A slight, yeah, slight honeyed note, sure. A slight woodsy element to it. Yeah, definitely honey and citrus and floral notes are coming out of this one. Sweeter notes. Not super vanilla'd. But it's nice. I don't have a really good not had a reposado, so my nose ain't used to what a reposado is. And the only thing that I can say in comparison to this is having a really young bourbon that has not been aged for very long. But this smells nicer. It's cleaner. There's a nice agave sweet agave syrup, not syrup, but an agave nectar core to this. It's really nice. Nothing super crazy, but I'll give that a 16 so far. Let's go to the taste, shall we? Cheers, everybody. Okay. Interesting. First reposado ever. that I've ever had, that I know of. There's definitely honey elements to that flavor. I'm getting a honeydew melon, or a melon, kind of a forward flavor to that. I am getting a spicy note, a little bit of a spice, like a black, or maybe like a white or a black pepper, some kind of pepper, light peppercorn. And there, I'm definitely getting a kick of the citrus, some bright citrusy notes, some bright, or maybe orangey citrusy notes. Honeysuckle, I suppose. That's nice. I will give that another 16. That's okay. Nothing super crazy, but it does retain, from what I've experienced so far in my life with nicer tequilas that you sip, I suppose. I do notice that it does retain the agave, what they say in the review world, I suppose, is the agave core. That has not, I've never had the Blanco version of this Volcan de Tierra, but from my experience with the Blanco, the unaged tequilas, it's reminding me of that, with some extra added sweet kind of notes to it. So yeah, 16. I'll give that a 16. That's not bad. All right, the mouthfeel. There's a bit of a creamy texture to this. There really, really is. There's a creamy texture to this one. There's a softness to the palate. I would say, for viscosity wise, light, medium, or full bodied, I would say medium body on this particular tequila. This is really nice. It just coats the mouth so very well that I'm going to have to go up to a 17 on the taste, because now I'm noticing that nice honeysuckle, floral note, melon, fruits are really getting coated throughout the palate. So I'm going to give that a nice 17. I do like it. I do like how that coats the mouth, and it is nice and creamy. Where are we at now? We're at the finish. The finish isn't super long on this Tequila Reposado. I'm getting left with some peppery zing. Definitely, there's a dry tannic quality to this one a bit. Definitely pepper and dry tannic quality. And there's a little bit of a bite from the 40% ABV, strangely enough. So it's not overly smoothed out at all, but super easy going. Yeah, there is a nice peppery tingle towards the back of the throat. Yeah, it's not bad. But it's short. I kind of wish it was a little bit longer and gave you more substantial flavors there towards the back end. But I'll give that a 16 out of 20. And for the value, I have no idea what value really is. I think this is really a well-made product that doesn't really necessarily have a lot of rough edges, but the alcohol is a little bit pronounced. I think this is pretty easy going. You know what? In a margarita with some of those extra bolder notes, I think this is going to work really well if you like that. So the bottling is pretty accurate to the point where it says fruits and honey. I go with the dry fruits. Yeah, it's a little dry in that finish, so that gives it a 16 as well. Not super sweet. And an elegant floral touch. Definitely that. $50. I don't really know. I'll give that 7. I don't know what's a good value for tequila here category. So the looks got an 8. The aroma got a 16. The taste got a 17. The mouthfeel got a 17. The finish got a 16. And the value got a 7. For an overall score for the Volcan de Tierra, we are giving it an 81 out of 100. And that's not too bad. The panel in the community, out of 157 ratings of tequilamatchmaker.com, actually give it an 82. So for me, never having a Reposado, Damn straight. Pretty good. I'm going to have to train my palate over the course of trying different tequilas. I have to train my palate to understand the varying flavors to tequilas and how to pick them out a little better. Because even between a Blanco that I've tried recently, which I will be reviewing, and this Reposado, I'm getting similar kind of flavoring notes. So hopefully I can learn to pick out notes over my tequila drinking time here on the YouTubes. So thank you very much for watching. Keep tasting those great tequilas. Cheers. We'll see you soon. This has been the Volcan de Tierra Tequila Reposado 81 out of 100. Bye.